Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Crypto Gorilla video. It's been a roller coaster of a week for anybody in crypto and NFTs. In the last 24 hours, we saw the crypto markets absolutely nuke. Bitcoin went down to as low as $24,000 depending on the exchange you were using. In the last 7 days, we've also witnessed the downfall of the DeGods collection, as well as Shibarium failing to launch their own chain. So we have a ton to talk about today. We're also going to take a look at some upcoming mints like the art mint by Spratt, as well as some Web3 games. As usual, nothing in this video is financial advice, and if you haven't already done so, would you kindly show that like button some love? It's absolutely free to do, and it helps my channel out tremendously. So the DeGods collection continues to crash. They are down bad from their all-time high of roughly 9.5, hitting under 4 Ethereum multiple times in the last 7 days. If you haven't been following the DeGods ecosystem, they recently released their Season 3, which the team had been hyping up like crazy, saying they're going to break the internet, which when I first heard that, I thought to myself, nobody on the internet cares about Web3 other than our little bubble, so they're most likely not going to be breaking anything. But I understand it's all part of their marketing strategy, but it has seemed to backfire. So part of Season 3 was some brand new art, which I personally love the direction they've gone in. I feel these are much better for branding purposes. And along with the art update, they also launched the points parlor, which is essentially staking your DeGod and entering lotteries to win prizes. One of the major prizes is a Tesla, which, let's face it, only one in 1,000 is actually going to win the Tesla, but by entering, you still have a chance to win a ton of prizes. Now, there has been a lot of talk on Twitter as the collection has gone down over 50% from its all-time high. And while I feel for anybody who has taken a financial hit, I also don't understand what people who are holding was expecting to happen. From these announcements, the main thing people want is to get free money. Same with ApeCoin, the same with Beans for Azuki, and I don't see what the DeGods team could have announced to make people happy and to make people buy in for 10 plus Ethereum when they already have their own token, they already have a Gen 2, so there's really nothing they could have announced to satisfy people's expectations, especially when the team themselves set expectations so high. So not only were people expecting money, what they're going to have to do in order to participate in the points parlor is pay money to update their DeGod to the newest version. So not only are they down 50%, they also have to pay more money to keep participating. Now, along with the tumble of DeGods, we also saw Y00ts announce that they are moving from Polygon over to Ethereum, which to me makes sense. I like that they're both going to be on the same chain, and I personally didn't see them as adding any value to Polygon, so I don't really see it as a loss for the chain. But on a positive note, it does seem like some money has moved into Pluto, which is Polygon's flagship collection, which recently had their reveal, and typically with NFT reveals, the price goes down, but in the case of Pluto, the price has 2x'd since their reveal. So I've personally been swing trading these ever since they went down to 190 Matic. And for those of you asking, yes, I still hold 100% of the ones I minted and swept on mint day, which is like 54 NFTs or something like that. Next, let's move on to the disaster that was Shibarium. So the Shiba Inu team was launching their coin as its very own blockchain, and they did this live at Blockchain Futurist, a crypto convention in Toronto, Canada. However, this was one of the weirdest things I've ever witnessed in Web3, which is saying a lot. To make the announcement, they had a pre-recorded video where these figures who were anonymous wearing these hoods would announce different features, and it would jump back and forth between that and this couple who essentially only talked about SHIB. And then out of nowhere, the girl's dad dies, and she finds out because she receives a notification on her phone that his digital will was sent out because somebody verified his death on SHIB before her family even know. And then her channel gets shut down, and the boyfriend starts preaching about decentralization and why they need to be on SHIB. It was the weirdest thing to witness. We were all watching it in voice chat. It was very weird, and you could see the effect that it was happening. The charts were tanking. But the biggest problem was as people started to bridge in their money to Shibarium, because a lot of people, including myself, I made a video on Tuesday saying how excited I was to trade meme coins on this chain. All our money got stuck, the RPC went down, and then this tweet went up, which was apparently fake news, that all the money is lost and they had a mistake in the code. Everybody started sharing the tweet on their own socials because they wanted the clicks rather than verify, hey, is this real? They don't care. They're just going to share it and potentially hurt the price of SHIB. And I'm not salty. I don't hold any SHIB. And the team just wasn't saying anything. They didn't say anything for hours until they finally released an article explaining what happened. They didn't expect that much traffic or something. Very poor excuse for launching your chain if so many people can break it and you weren't ready for that situation. So overall, a very poor experience starting off with Shibarium. However, I'm still going to trade meme coins because my money's still stuck in the bridge. So when it finally arrives, if it ever arrives, I'm going to have money in Shibarium and I will be trading meme coins. Moving into upcoming mints, Sam Spratt, an artist that I've covered in my art overview videos, is set to release a brand new 1 of 1 as well as 256 tickets at the price of 3.33 Ethereum, which is going to allow you to compete in the Monument game. Now, players are going to be competing to win 1 of 3 Skulls of Lucy and join the council. So if you don't know Sam Spratt, he is an extremely talented artist. His 1 of 1 work sells for 6 figures plus, and the collection that people are going to be competing for, these Skulls of Lucy, these sell for roughly 60 ETH. So while I did see some people questioning the mint price of 3+ ETH, like, this is not your normal collection. This is an actual artist selling collectibles and not some PFP that's going to go to 0. So it's a very different world and a very different audience. Now, the way the game is going to work, if you hold a ticket, you're going to be able to make an observation on the 1 of 1 piece, which seems to be a magnificent piece with so much going on. He's really created his own world. And based on your observation, which is your interpretation of what's going on in this world he's created, the council is going to vote on which observations they feel deserve to move up, and then eventually they're going to vote on who deserves to win the 3 skulls. So there's going to be 3 individual winners. So the sale is happening on August 21st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. If you own a ticket, you're going to have until the 24th to compete, and winners are going to be announced on August 31st. Now, do keep in mind, if you have one of these tickets, you put in an observation and sell the ticket, you no longer can win. The person who purchased your ticket is now the one who can win. So I'm looking forward to this mint. I am a very big fan of Sam Spratt's work, and this is something so unique to the space, so I'm really excited overall. Finally, let's take a look into Web3 gaming because some really cool things are happening. First off, I've been playing a ton of Parallel, which is a Web3 trading card game, and it's actually the first Web3 game where I actually spent money on it to play the game. I've probably bought somewhere around $500 worth of cards, and even though I did that, I'm still getting absolutely obliterated, but I'm having a good time while getting wrecked. But now the hard part is, all the cards that I purchased have gone up in value, including the avatar. The avatar has 2x'd. So now I have this debate, like, do I follow my nature of flipping or do I keep it and keep competing? Because although it's hype right now, there will most likely be a dip, and that means there's going to be a dip in prices. So if I sell it now, I'm going to be able to get in at cheaper prices and pick up more cards. But overall, the game is really cool. I love the lore and the world that they're building, and I look forward to more games because they have more games that are coming out that are going to be even bigger titles, more AAA titles where you walk around in a world and things like that. We also saw Rec League open up their mint, which is a game backed by Animoca Brands, and they do have a partnership with Yuga Labs, although it appears that the partnership with Yuga is only for the first season. So there does seem to be some confusion around this, where people thought this was an official Yuga Labs game with the heavy metals, since those are kind of mechs as well. Now, unfortunately, Rec League is getting wrecked for their mint. At the time of filming this video, they've only sold 7,500 of 25,000 Majestic NFTs, as well as 50% or 2,500 of the booster packs. Now, the game does look cool. It looks fun to play. You could play it on your phone. However, the thing with NFTs, as soon as you have real utility and you take away the speculation and people can actually think about what they're spending money on, people are way more hesitant to mint something. And what's weird about games, even though, you know, we're willing to spend like $500 on a picture of a duck that probably goes to 0, it does seem unreasonable to spend $250 on game assets. I would much rather take that $250, go on Steam and purchase like 10 different games. Now, I understand the irony where I just said I spent $500 on trading cards in Parallel, but I made the choice to go buy rare cards, and I also purchased booster packs, and those only cost, I believe it's $2 per pack. Now, the other thing is a lot of people didn't want to go ahead and do KYC, as this was a requirement in order to get whitelist. Now, we also saw ZTX announce a $13 million raise for their game. They are developing a metaverse, and they'll also have their own mint of 4,000 NFTs in the near future, which is going to be happening on Arbitrum. Finally, we had Sugartown Sugartown announced that they're going to be minting their NFTs for free. Sugartown is a game by Zynga, which is a huge gaming publisher in Web 2. So excited to see how their mint goes now that they've made it free. And I gotta say, despite the downturn and lack of interest in NFTs, I am still super bullish on the future of Web3 gaming. And I personally believe it's going to be one of the biggest sectors in the next bull run. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, hit that retweet. If you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching the Crypto Gorilla. Peace.